It's just stood in like the barn bit, just looking out at the others, but he's eating hay. He's just eating a massive carrot.
Chief wasn't bad then, was he?
No.
Look at little uns. Oh, look at Chief's face. It's actually quite pleasant. No, that's it. There we go. That's the usual Chief. That's the Chief we all know and love.
Wow, goes like that.
Hello, gorgeous. Are you okay? You're a good boy. Good morning, George. Morning, boys. Have you had a good night? Have you had a good night? Have you? Do you want some breakfast? Yeah? Hello? Are you following me? Did you like that? You're that nice. You've finished, haven't you? You've enjoyed it. I'll wash the bucket. So, it's just after 6 in the morning. It's starting to get light. And quick recap on George, which is a new horse arriving on our little yard with our little herd is a massive thing for everybody. But I think it's gone quite well. However, there were one or two little things. So George arrived at 11:30 yesterday, and he was okay in respect of he wasn't running up and down like a crazy loon. But he was quiet and a little jumpy. He started eating hay straight away, haylage. He had a couple of wheeze, but then he kind of stuck himself to, well, he saw the horses saw him. Then he stuck himself to that corner over there, which is away from the horses, really. But he was eating, so that was okay. Anyway, didn't poop, which was a bit concerning. He still hadn't pooped by, what would it be? 4:30. Came back at 7 o'clock and he had pooped, and then he pooped when I got here, which is really bizarre because he just pooped when I got here again. So I got here again at midnight and he'd pooped twice, and then I've got here this morning and he pooped as soon as I got here, and there were 2 more poops over there in the yard, in the dirt yard bit, which means that he's walked around a bit more, he's exploring a bit more. I fed the horses, I fed the other boys close down here, and I've confined them to this half, this side paddock, so they will have been aware of each other all night. So George in himself this morning, he was more, he approached me better, more confidently, not as jumpy. And he's just taking in his surroundings. So yeah, so that's the first sort of 18 hours, and let's see what today brings. It's exciting. Georgie's been out in the field this afternoon. Hasn't got any friends though. They're all over there in the distance, not being friends. But George has found the newer grass, so he's quite happy. Hi, sweet pie. Just gonna see if he wants to come in for the night. Hello, sweetie pie. Hello. So day one assessment for little George is that he's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous George. Morning, Georgie. How are you doing? Hello. Have some breakfast. Off he goes. Ooh. Coco's a bit more interested, a bit more curious. Chief's protecting. Chief was definitely, I can't get any closer, I don't think. I've just stopped. Oh, there you go, just a little bit. Did you see that? Chief's definitely protected Coco. And I find if I take Coco out on his own, or perhaps with Dylan, we go for a walk or something, Chief whinnies a lot more when Coco's away than he does when Chase is away. So they're definitely more protected, more buddied up. Interesting developments on day 4. We've just taken Dylan through the field where George is, and George wasn't bothered. He went to stand with Chief and they were both stood together. Now Chief's having a little bit of a go at him. But they're following each other up and down the fence, staying together. So anyway, so me and Little Feet here are going to go and do some groundwork. Morning of day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday 5. A little bit of progress. Dylan's out there with his haylage. Little two are here with their haylage. Can't speak, it's too early in the morning. That's another haylage. And then Chief's there with his haylage. So that's 4 hay nets for 3 really, because the little two always share. So 4 hay nets. I've made sure they've got quite a lot of haylage, and I'm coming back soon. I won't be leaving them too long. And then big gorgeous George, hello boy, is in this enclosure here with his haylage and access to a stable so he can get out of the way. So that's progress. George came in this morning for his breakfast, which means he's getting used to the routine. They were all out last night, so they're all going to be in today and then out at night, which is the usual routine for winter. And so far, Chief's had a little bit of a grump, haven't you, at George, but he's not thrown himself at the gates, which is really good. So keep going, eh, Chief? Keep going. He's not the enemy. Turn until he stops. Inside ring, let your outside ring go. Turn in a circle until he stops. Don't turn him like you wanted it. That's it. Just that's it. That's it. Breathe. Breathe. And release. Good. Well done. Arm out, forward. Yes, cross over then. Perfect. Can you feel him relaxing? Good. Perfect. And Isabella's riding George. And Chief's having a little bit of a meltdown. Lots of yawning, lots of blowing, lots of stress release. But this is really interesting. So Chief's lived here all his life, 17 this year. He's had 3 horses pass away, but there's only been 1 horse come onto the yard whilst he's been here, and he was a lot younger. And then the 2 little ones came on the yard last year, but he wasn't the so-called leader of the herd. So it's really interesting how he's stressing and feeling really insecure. A lot of stress going on, eh, Chief? I know, bless you. Oh, sweetie. We'll get there. Oh no.